Hey folks, the Game Mechanic here, and welcome to the start of another Let's Play for Civilization 5. For those of you who have been expecting this video from me, I do apologize that I've been incredibly behind on checking my YouTube channel, commenting on people's comments and interacting with people, and I do apologize that there are some perfectly valid explanations, as many of you can appreciate, I hope. Life does happen, and in my last Let's Play with Rome, I did mention that I got a new job. Well, that is going well, and I've already received a promotion, even though I've only been there like 2 months. So that has taken up a good amount of my time. It's a good amount of more responsibility, and so planning and just being there and that sort of thing has gone up, and my free time has gone down. Not a big deal, really enjoying it, but that coupled with the fact that I just started, I just got a new girlfriend and we've been dating for a while, that also takes up a good portion of my time. So not that I'm complaining, really having fun and enjoying that as well. But yeah, that's sort of why I've been on a bit of a hiatus, and I apologize for that. But we are here now, and hopefully you guys are excited about this. I am. I've talked several times about playing as Kamehameha, and it's been suggested to me to do that, and I like making my fans happy, so I'm going to go ahead and take that suggestion and play as Kamehameha, the Polynesia champion, or leader, rather. I say champion because I am used to playing League of Legends, and that's what you play there as champions. And we're going to play on an archipelago map. I believe that's how you pronounce that. And that means a map of tiny little islands, and that's going to couple well with Kamehameha because of his passive that you can read here now, or innate, or whatever you want to call this type of ability. I'm going to call it his passive ability, and that is that units can embark and move over ocean, not just regular water, but ocean tiles immediately. That's not something that you typically unlock. I think it's in like the Renaissance era, to be honest with you. So it's a pretty big advantage, particularly when you put it on this type of map. It's going to let us explore and find people quickly, friend city-states up, which is going to be a part of our strategy. And yeah, general good stuff. Debating playing on small or standard. I think I'll just stick with small. Tempted to go up to standard, just hopefully there's some more lush places that we could found, but maybe I'll just leave it on small. And then we're going to step it up to Immortal. I believe we did Emperor last time. We're going to do Immortal. The computer's going to get some massive advantages, production-wise, unit-wise, all that sort of stuff. I'm thinking that we'll be fine because combat-wise, I think we'll have the advantage with it being an islands map. I think we'll be able to defend well, use boats and naval units to intercept any troops that are embarking overseas, that sort of thing. Should it come down to that, who knows, we might have a completely peaceful game where we're never at war. Probably unlikely, and but maybe, who knows. Okay, so let's take a look at advanced setup here. Victory types, the one I am going to actually remove here is diplomatic. The reason is I am going to friend up many different city-states, hoping to hoard them for the science bonus, which I will show you once we can go into our social policies. And the problem is, if I'm friends with all of them and somebody builds the United Nations, I instantly win. And yeah, that's great. I do want to win, but I want to win culturally. Kamehameha's Moi here, Moi, is something I'll show you in a second, but I want to go for cultural, so we're going to take off diplomatic victory. Everything else I think I'll leave the same. I don't really care who we play against. It's not a big deal. And actually, for anybody who doesn't know, you can actually drop down this menu and select from all the different types of maps, even if you're not in like the modded game setup. That's not something I realized till recently. So you're not limited to like these map types. You can actually go and check them all out. I don't know why that keeps checking itself, but whatever. And then one other thing you might do if you're going for like a small empire, like I will be doing, is start with a legendary start of resources. I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I mean, I could, but I don't see the need. Gives you some more luxury resources in the beginning. Maybe it puts me close to a natural wonder, but whatever. Will be fine as is. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. We'll let the narrator do his thing. Okay, so that was interesting. I actually watched the video, and what it just showed you, and I think I'm just going to edit it out, so I'll just tell you, it just stayed at this screen. This part of the screen went away, and it just showed me the background and read the whole thing, but it didn't actually start the game. It didn't actually do anything, so I don't know. It was very strange. So we're going to try this again. Very weird glitchy bug. Let's check advanced setup again, turn that off. Everything else is good, and we shall start game.
Greetings and blessings be upon you, Kamehameha the Great, chosen by the heavens to unite your scattered peoples. Oh, mighty king, you were the first to bring the big island of Hawaii under one solitary rule in 1791 AD. This was followed with the merging of all the remaining islands under your standards in 1810. As the first king of Hawaii, you standardized the legal and taxation systems and instituted the Mamalohi Kanawai, an edict protecting civilians in times of war. You ensured the continued unification and sovereignty of the islands by your strong laws and deeds, even after your death in 1819. O wise and exalted king, your people wish for a kingdom of their own once more and require a leader of unparalleled greatness. Will you answer their call and don the mantle of the Lion of the Pacific? Will you build a kingdom that stands the test of time?
Alright, and with that, it is go time. We are the Lion of the Pacific. Sounds like a pretty cool guy, this Kamehameha. I really like the Mamalohi Kanewa. What a crazy name, I love it. Very cool. I was mousing over my units here. Hopefully you got a chance to read it. The Maori warrior here is a original warrior. Strength is still 6. His whole thing is he's got like a debuff that he puts on people that are near him that makes them less effective. How much? I really don't know. We might be able to find that out at some point, but I'm not too concerned about it. It will contribute to our early game advantage, which is one thing that I think Kamehameha is, particularly in the way that we're playing him. I think he's a good early game leader, whereas I think like Rome, even though their units are like sort of mid game, I think is a really late game type leader because of his passive. It helps all the cities and helps, you know, the more the game goes on, the more and more it helps. So that's okay. We're gonna take advantage of our early game stuff here. The Moi here is a tile improvement that can be built only on a coast, and it provides extra culture. If it's next to another Moi, it provides additional culture that does stack. So if you have like 4 or 5 touching each other, the one that's touching all 5 gets 5. Well, it would have to touch 4 others because it'll give 1 by itself and then 4 others. So, but anyways, it does stack. So if you plan it properly, you can get some pretty cool culture productive tiles. It does take away from like being able to build, you know, production or food on them, but we're gonna go for culture victory. So I think this will mesh well, and then some extra gold later. So that'll be cool. Okay, beginning our journey. Ooh, very interesting starting point here. What are the sheep? I can't. Why is it not showing me? They're there. It's just 1 food. These are 2 food, 2 gold. Okay. And the stone's a 2 food tile, really, because it's a grassland. Interesting. All right. Well, we're not on a river, which bums me out. Just sort of my initial thoughts here, rather. We're not on a river. I do really like grabbing animal husbandry and then the wheel. One thing I should say is that the game has changed significantly since my Rome videos. They really revamped a lot of the culture trees and a lot of the tech tree and a lot of the buildings. And then there was another patch since then to, I think, just sort of balance some of the big changes that they made. So buildings are in different spots and things are in different locations. Like the aqueduct here was way further down. They changed. See the hanging gardens. This is 10 food. That used to be different. There's like this building, the stoneworks. Stone is new. That's what this is here. Stone is new. So yeah, so the game has undergone many changes, and so I think I'm going to take that and sort of slow down. Even though I know my last game was like so many videos, like 70 some videos or something like that. But I think it'd be better if I sort of take the time to explain my thought process on some different things, and I don't know, just go down that route a little bit further. So if you're looking for quicker gameplay, check out my other video, or just leave me some feedback. Tell me, hey, we kind of want you to, you know, shut up and play more. And that's fine. I want your guys' feedback. So just let me know what you think of it. But I will sort of take this opportunity to talk about some of the different changes. What else has changed? I think Notre Dame has changed. That's 10 happiness now. It's really good. I'd love to get that one. There are actually several that we're going to want to get, including Stonehenge. Even though it's recently been nerfed, it used to be 8 culture. And now it's only 6, but still, we're going for a cultural victory, so that early helps. I think I was saying I do like grabbing animal husbandry and the wheel just to get a watermill, but you have to be on a river to get that, and the watermill gives you 2 food and 1 production for just 2 maintenance, which is helpful to get early on. Now, the granary, wheat, bananas, and deer, we don't have any of those. So the granary is just going to be straight up 2 food, which is still good. It's still 2 food for 1 maintenance is still pretty good. Particularly earlier on when we want our cities to grow. So we probably will want the granary. We're not getting anything super great out of that, though this stone will let us use the stoneworks, which will be 1 maintenance for 1 happiness, 1 production, and then 2 additional production because we have 2 improved, well, we eventually will have 2 improved stone. So those will be 2 production, or 2 food, 3 production tiles, which is interesting. I do not see a whole lot of great areas for moys, though, so that's sort of a bummer. It sort of makes me want to rethink. Well, maybe there's, I don't know. It depends how big this island is. It makes me want to try a different way. Ooh, there's silk over there, too. All right, maybe this will be good. Maybe it'll be fine. Okay, so it's found Honolulu. And then let's talk about some of the big changes. Tradition and liberty and honor have all changed significantly. Actually, so recently, freedom has. So one overall change in this is, like, liberty and autocracy used to be mutually exclusive. You couldn't have them both going at one time. But now, order, autocracy, and freedom, these last 3 that you unlock, are mutually exclusive. You can't have order and freedom at the same time. You used to be able to do that. Not a big deal because these first 3 are so darn strong now. Majorly revamped. I'm not going to go, I don't think I'm going to detail every single thing, but liberty used to just sort of be the weak link, and now I think it is great. That being said, we are going to pursue a cultural victory, so we are going to spend a lot of time in this screen. Not a lot of time, but this is important. This is a priority for us throughout the game because we want to complete 5 branches and unlock the Utopia project, which will allow us to build a building, which then we will win the game. The ones I'm going to be shooting for are tradition, liberty, piety, patronage, and freedom. These will help us grow. These are going to be early on. They're going to be great. Patronage, I really want, what is this, scholasticism. Because I want to friend up city-states. They're going to give me extra food and extra culture. And then once I get this, it's going to give me a lot of extra science. And that's going to be science that I wouldn't be able to get otherwise. So it's going to help. And I'm going to prioritize science anyways, just because science is good, particularly early on. But yeah, that's going to help us a lot. Patronage is going to be where we want to go, and this is the culture tree, so we're definitely going down here. This used to give 2 free policies at the end. It only gives 1 now, but it also gives you... So anyways, there are a lot of different subtle changes. If there's a lot of requests, I can go over more of them, but otherwise just check out the patch notes and you can see. Okay, so what are we working initially here? We're working 2 food, 2 gold. Is that what I want? I would almost rather work 5 gold per turn. I think I'd rather spam out some buildings quicker. So I think I'd rather switch this to 2 food, because we'll grow at the same rate, but then we shave 2 turns off our monument, which is I think the first thing we're going to get. Yeah, I think that seems